Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is PS does book reviews, where I will be talking about the book that I've been reading lately. And one of the books that I finished reading recently is this one, George Orwell's Books versus Cigarettes. I actually picked it up thinking it was science fiction. I was trying to find some books for a science fiction reading marathon. It's not science fiction, it's more George Orwell talking about the way of life in the early 1900s, which was the period where he lived. It's an interesting insight into the way of life at the time. It, it's a set of small stories or chronicles that he's describing his life or his past, and it gives you a nice insight into the whole situation, pre-war and post-war in the United Kingdom around that time, around the World War. Um, Talks about cigarettes versus books, the cost that people associate with reading. They say that it's too expensive to read, and he explains how that is a fallacy. That if you compare with the price of cigarettes, it's clearly cheaper than it is to just smoke regularly. That's the main title of the book, but the book goes way beyond that. It tells us also about the state of hospitals in France around the World War. It tells us about the education system in England, how the whole ambient was around England, around the Great War. It's a great insight to that time period, which obviously I did not live through. So it's interesting to see what it was like and compare it with nowadays and how it influenced Orwell to write his other works that he's more known for. So I highly recommend this book. It was an interesting read, especially if you like to understand a bit better what it was like in the 1900s. This is a good book to get a nice insight. It's very well written. George Orwell writes very well. It's pretty short, so it's nice for subway rides or when you're in commute. So it's good read to do that. That's pretty much how I picked it up, and it's part of the Penguin Books collection, or one of the Penguin book collection. This was the Great Ideas collection, apparently. We don't have all of them, but we do have this one. So yeah, George Orwell, Books versus Cigarettes, recommend it. Check it out.